Thank you, Katia, for inviting me to present here. We're going to go from a very technical to not technical at all. So maybe, well, it was very interesting, the previous presentation. I wasn't able to follow the details, but I hope this is not too high level. Anyway, I'm here technical for a year now, and I'm very, very excited about Katia and the whole team coming on board. We already tried and found overlaps and areas to collaborate. So I'm going to give here a very quick overview of how I think ITI, and especially from the area of culture and fine arts and cultural heritage, we can work with the decentral and decentralized technologies in general. So basically, yes, we are thinking and talking about how to use decentralized and decentralization to revolutionize or to work with culture. And we think about how a decentralized technology could help to have a fairer distribution of culture among different communities, different kind of art and artistic engagement. There can be new business models for fair remuneration also of artists, collaborations. For example, I work with interactive storytelling a lot, and there is a lot of different skills coming in, from the graphic design to the 3D artist, to the developer, to the interaction designer. And when it all comes together in an app, especially if it's an app that it's available anywhere, how does everybody gets remunerated fairly from for their efforts? At the same time, we think that co-design and participations are a very important element with this democratization and decentralization of culture. And this is really where human-computer interaction and design comes in, to really start to work and create together with people and communities, curators of museums, artists, and various kind of experts. And in particular, we are, I'm going to show a slide in a second, working with communities that are at risk of exclusion, and communities and people that are not able to be heard at the same volume as, you know, the dominating cultures or the dominating interpretation. So inclusion and polyvocality are something that we think are going to benefit a lot from working with decentralized technologies. We at ITI, and I'm PI with Professor Nunes, already have an ongoing effort. It's called Memex. It's an EU-funded project led by the Italian Institute of Technology, and we are working with communities at risk of exclusions, in particular migrants, and collecting their needs, desires, but especially their stories, and through technologies finding ways to relate those to the surrounding culture as a way to integrate them. In fact, cultural inclusion is a dimension of social inclusion that is quite important. And in particular, we are now in the second year. We are working with artificial intelligence, building knowledge graphs of what is surrounding us, integrating their stories, the way to look at culture with what is the way that we interpret it and historically sort of know it. Then the final output would be an application that uses augmented reality to navigate physical spaces and portray stories as overlays of the culture that surrounds us. The pilots are in Lisbon, one in Barcelona and one in Paris. Obviously, COVID has been a huge challenge for co-design, participatory design, a location-based exploration of the city and all of that. But anyway, we are somehow at a good stage now with the second prototype, integrating knowledge graph, artificial intelligence with museum assets, but also stories collected directly from these communities. Migrants from ex-colonies, let's say, of Portugal here in Lisbon, migrants, women in Barcelona, and an interesting area of Paris district, Rosa Parks, which hosts a community of residents that come from North Africa originally, and how do they live and interpret the surrounding. Anyway, all of this is where the work sort of has led us, and from here on, we have worked with Katy and Decentral to propose a new submission for the Horizon call on heritage, how to preserve and enhance heritage with advanced digital technologies. I can't disclose much more. You all know when the proposal goes in, then we're all there, finger crossed, and can't even show the logo. But but we are working with distributed technologies and with blockchains, NFTs, several museums and artist communities to understand how do we use decentralized technologies to reinterpret the cultural heritage in a more democratic way, make it more accessible, work with artists, what is the next steps for NFTs and all of that. So if all goes well, you will see more of this project. And then we have some forerunners for the work. I think that Decentral's work is very popular here. We already had students that wanted to work with blockchain connected to design. So we have Caterina Ribeiro as a master student of the MEGI, working with Katy on how to use and find novel use of blockchain and social good. I'm advising on the design and co-design side, on service design. From Make, we have Tiago Lucena da Silva working on NFTs and creative industries, and Diogo Nogueira with blockchain and social values. They're all just starting, so we don't have much more to say, but we're very happy that they kind of came with this strong interest in this combination of technologies with design. And I think we haven't really explore this in depth, but there are synergies with the cost action of which ITI is part. So I didn't put the INT-Core is basically a cost action that explores complexities in interactive digital narratives. And when we're talking about complexities, distributed technologies, I think there are always going to be a way to look at these complexities of audiences, complexities of content, complexities in even in journalism, fake news, and all of that. And that will be another connection that will that can expand on the central topics. And then that's it. Thanks for listening. And if anyone again is interested in this space, we are already started to work. So yeah, there'll be some roundtables later on to expand on this.